Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Thanks so much for being here. Hope all's well with you. I know it's a kind of crazy time of the year, getting ready for spring and summer, and wherever you are, just hope that things are going well. I know that some of you are still working and watching this at the end of the day, and others of you are getting up bright and early like I do, and just getting started with a video and a cup of tea or coffee, and just enjoying this life in your 60s and 70s and 80s and beyond. And we have a lot of younger women too who are joining us, and that really makes me feel good because women in their 50s are probably going through more than us, because that approaching 60 can be quite a difficult time. I know I had a challenge with it for sure. And it's also the time when a lot of changes are happening in your life personally. So welcome to all the women that are in their 50s and 40s. Whoever you are, you're welcome here. So I'm having my cup of tea this morning. I'm having my super tea. It's a really cool tea. I picked it up in Sweden or Norway, and it's a Swedish tea, but it's made with turmeric and ginger and some other miraculous things too, pepper, and I can't read them all, but it's really good. And I'm down to my last tea bag. I've got one in my tea cup and one left. So cheers, everybody. I hope that you have a cup of tea or coffee too. This is one of my favorites. I'm going to have to see if I can find it somewhere. But anyway, turmeric's good for you too. It's actually a very good anti-inflammatory, and all the research is amazing. You should check it out, turmeric tea. So, really good fun article today, inspired by a lady called Susan Goldfein. And Susan is an interesting woman. She was a professional, I think she was a speech pathologist, a professor. She was in a different world until she turned 60, and she decided, this is kind of boring. I think I want to do something different than this. So she became a humor writer. She became a comedian, a comedic writer. And she wrote a couple of books and started a blog. And then she's now writing some articles for us too. And she's a really fun person to read with. She doesn't take herself too seriously. She really knows the power of rising above negative situations with a smile and a laugh, and gives us that kind of inspiration. So I would encourage you to read her story. It's actually, I can't do it justice, so I'm just going to kind of share the main concepts that she talks about. And she discovered primarily the ability for humor and laughter to make a human connection. That even when you've got something really difficult going on, just bringing a sense of humor to the situation can just connect with others. It's a really fun video. I just thought of it actually, that I'm sure you've all probably watched this, but there's a guy that gets on a bus and everybody's sitting there, with their papers and their phones and looking pretty bored. And he gets on and he's standing and he starts laughing. And he's reading something that's really funny, and he's just reading this book and laughing at the top of his lungs, and everybody on the bus starts laughing. They just, like, at first they're kind of, like, what is he doing, and how silly, and then they're like this, and it's so funny to watch everybody eventually in hysterics. And so the power of connection, the power of submitting or transmitting, communicating something very fun is there. So she says, it's so easy to be negative, right? If something goes wrong, it's like flat tire, it's gone wrong, and it's easy to be really depressed about it. But you can either whine, or you can actually find some humor or opportunity in it. It's a lemon and lemonade, right? So she says laughter has been proven to reduce tension, reduce anxiety, it enhances creativity, and she says one which is super interesting for me. It increases your coping ability and resilience. And I just read an article it was a TED talk actually, about a new class of medicines that they're coming out with, which are for depression, which are not to do with just numbing the symptoms, which a lot of them do. But this is sort of a positive chemical that enables you to have stronger resilience. So you still feel the depression, or you feel the sadness about something. Usually there's some reason, but at the same time, it's helping you to bounce back and have resilience. So Susan says this is what laughter and humor can do too. She says, look at the world. Some of the secrets are to look at the world through different colored glasses, look through different lenses and be observant. And when you see people being really silly, I mean, you do see people like walking with their cell phones and walking into a post, or, just not paying attention and bumping into something. You can laugh at that. It's okay. Like, you're not laughing at them, you're laughing with them, and laughing with the absurdity sometimes, the irony. And don't take yourself too seriously. That's her message. And actually, it reminded me, one of our cards in our inspirational deck, which is our Aging Beautifully deck, which I think you'll really enjoy. It's got a little paragraph on the back and some really cool themes for us to think about as older women. And there's one that's called, that says, laugh more. It reminded me of this topic, which is, laughter is the symphony of the soul. This is in the back. Laughter has the power to heal. It brings people together. Laughter makes us feel lighter, and it may even make us our facial skin tighten. Look for reasons to laugh every day. Watch comedies, call old friends, tell jokes, surrender to laughter, and help the universe ring with joy. And that's the type of message on the back of these cards. But it reminds me of what Susan's saying here. It's just so aligned. But anyway, she says, keeping perspective is the key. You can either whine about something, or you can find a way to find something funny about it, or humorous or ironic. Like, isn't it funny that on the day, this happened, Especially look at the behavior, she says, of other people. This is where she gets a lot of her inspiration. And I think most of all, embrace the power of humor. Look at our imperfections as being funny, as being silly, instead of being so serious. I mean, I used to worry about my eyebrows all the time, and people always reminded me about my eyebrows, but I don't even care anymore. I mean, I play with them. I try my best to make them look the same, but they just do funny things. And now I just smile at it. And actually, it does help me a lot, because sometimes I get negative emails, comments from people who have, just feel differently about a topic or whatever. And I don't laugh at it. I just smile at it, because it's to me, so typical of our beautiful humanity, that we all look at things through different lenses, through different ways of interpreting. And that's how we have to accept it. We can't be so moved and so touched by it that it hurts our feelings, or have to be a little bit thick-skinned. Now, so as Anna Susan says, it helps for us to point out the absurdity of life. So we try at 60andMe to do things that are a balance between serious and fun. And I hope this has been a fun look at what, just have some fun with life, the absurdity, the craziness, the contradictions, and just get on with it and laugh more. Let's laugh more. So here we are. I hope that this has helped you. We do it, by the way, I forgot to mention, in our website, we have a games section. And that's a great place sometimes to get some release and relax. It's on the 60andMe homepage. And at the very top, it says games. And it's totally free to play. And that's part, I think, of the frivolousness of our day. Something's bothering you, just stop for 10 minutes and go and have fun somewhere. Have an ice cream. Do something silly. Laugh. Thanks a lot, Susan, for this article. I really did enjoy reading it myself. And I'd like to know, how often do you laugh? Have you had a good laugh today? Kids are good at this too. They make you laugh. But do you prefer to whine when you find yourself in a bad situation? Or have you got a space for a laugh, for some creativity? Well, I hope that you found this useful. Thank you again, Susan, for writing the article. And just go check it out and read it. It's quite well written and fun, and you'll enjoy it. But have a wonderful day wherever you are. And we'll see you all back here again really, really soon. Bye-bye for now.